Before we get started, you should know that this episode of Quick Strolls deals with potentially triggering issues of grief, death, and suicide right from the outset. Welcome to Quick Strolls, shorter walks with the guests from a life more wild. Nature is always there when you need it, as many of our guests have found, when they turn to the outdoors to help them find their way through the loss of people they loved. Dr. Alex George was dealing with the tragic death of his brother.
Particularly throughout the pandemic, there's been really tough times, ups and downs. My relationship broke down. Sadly, obviously, most importantly, lost my brother to suicide in the summer. And, I kind of been quite open about all that. And people might say, well, I guess, where do you draw the line of being open about things? But, I'm naturally a very open person. And people have been very supportive to me, I think, throughout that time. And my brother never said that he was struggling. He never told me anything. He just was very sudden. And I think that sense of shame, I wonder, might be the right word to use, probably prevented him from speaking out. So I think, moving forward, that's one of the biggest things I want to do is break down that stigma and try and hopefully see that people in the future who want help feel comfortable to reach out and get it. And actually, when they do reach out, that the help is there for them. I guess I've taken you on a little route that I would take, particularly during the pandemic, to kind of deal with the stresses and pressures and I guess to feel a sense of calm. And it's meant so much for me. The last year or so, I guess, has been difficult for everyone, but I feel very fortunate that nature's got me through it. And what would I have done, I think, without this incredible space?
Author Liv Little found comfort in the seascapes of the south coast, which helped her through the loss of her father.
I'm half Jamaican and half Guyanese, right? And so Jamaica, which is, the parish that I'm from, St. Elizabeth, they call it the fruit basket of Jamaica. It's like where so much kind of produce and things are grown and has a rich history. And my dad died a year ago, and his love of Jamaica, his desire to return to Jamaica is something that he's given me. He's given me Jamaica, he's given me that rich culture and history and love of the land. But yeah, it's a very different landscape, it's a very different history, it's a very different thing. And I think expressing my love of it is not saying that it's without complications or issues or anything like that, but it's it just feels really great. And I think when I would go on holiday, I used to this was also because I was really extremely anxious and stressed and always under pressure with work. But I used to have panic attacks often. And I remember having one on a plane coming back from holiday because I was I have to go back to the UK and I have to go back to all of these things, right? And it's I don't have that anymore. I feel I'm excited to come back to my home and to my partner and to the home and the life that we have, and that feels really special, and that says a lot about what these beaches I think have given me. And there is I can't even, this is just one walk and talk kind of conversation that we're having here, but I have so many beautiful conversations with people where we are just walking.
Freya Bromley, who swam in every tidal pool in Britain, told us how both the water and the sense of community helped her deal with her own tragedy.
I remember somebody at Clevedon Marine Lake in Bristol had said to me, everyone has a story for why they swim. And for me, I'd started swimming after my brother Tom had died, and it was kind of the only thing that gave me any peace at that time was the water. And maybe actually looking back, it was probably also that lots of swimmers often tend to be women. And when I'd started swimming, I'd been swimming at the ladies' pond in Hampstead Heath. And I maybe kind of needed that maternal hug, that sense of being encased in a community or there being people that were looking out for me. And I think that was the same for lots of people I met. Everybody was swimming because they'd had a breakup or a divorce, or they'd lost someone, or they had a mental health issue they were struggling with. And I think that became quite nice, because when you're at the poolside and somebody offers you, a sip from their flask of coffee, or they press their hot water bottle against you or offer you their towel, they're really saying, I'm out here too, I'm trying to make the best of things.
So if you're struggling with loss, or with stress, or with anything, maybe you could follow Alex outdoors, Liv down to the beach, or Freya into the water that cleared her mind. As she said when we spoke on a cold spring day, it's an intense experience.
When you first get in the water, it's so bracingly cold that it really just takes your breath away. And I think that's the moment where a lot of people panic, because it can just feel so incredibly shocking. It really grips you. I often feel it at the back of my neck as well, this kind of tensing at first. But if you push past that for just a moment, like a deep exhale is really all it takes, then you reach this amazing calm, this total clarity, because while your body's getting used to the water and the temperature, everything else just melts away. It's kind of like an anesthetic. It's so numbing. You just reach this absolute calm. And if you're somebody that has a very busy mind, you're always thinking about things, which I guess is just all of us, that kind of clarity, I've never found another way to have that kind of same sensation.